Hello again, sweetie. Oh, sweetie, I heard your conversation with the manager about your...
If she could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth. Your deportment remains dignified as you shed a single manly tear.
Sweetie, I only have a few cents on me, but I could give you this to pawn. Just to tide you over.
Wonderful. He has a pin.
The pin is round and slightly tarnished. 3 sailboats in bas relief with the sun hovering over the water behind them. A chipped green...
Cross the plaza and follow the road along the coast. Down by the water, there'll be a...
Items that can be pawned at Bird's Nest Roy's appear in your inventory under the Items tab. You can pawn these items when talking to Roy.
Oh, it's not an ancient family heirloom or anything, but I suppose it would be nice. I hope you're able to pawn that old trinket. Of course, dear. I just wish I...
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my stuff. None of us would... I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. Thank you anyway.
Yes? Yes, have you got it? A lot. A lot. Like what?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you... Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Quebec. Please, it's not funny. The man puts his cup down and replies something. His left hand, he smiles and bangs his ladle. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and... You see a heavy steel door where you immediately feel drawn to the color. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look in.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems...
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Oh, yes, that door. Sure. There's nothing mysterious. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't... Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay. A little. But my job doesn't leave. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though. After the animal. Yes?
The man ponders his... He looks up at you, then looks away. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Hello again, sweetie.
Look, see? It's...
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
Fucking what pig? Yeah, how are we gonna make it up to Kuno, pig shit?
A material offering is implied. He wants stuff. Only stuff can make it.
Please don't waste time on non.
The lieutenant does not approve of this.
Don't listen to the blind fuck, piggo. You're doing the right... You can pay tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage.
What are you doing? No, you really don't. That is a 12.
You don't fucking matter, buck imp.
But why? You're turning this into a huge thing. Okay. If you absolutely need...
Before you stands a motor carrier. This must be the infernal machine, that toy from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out.
Alright. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next.
He's downplaying his excitement. The lieutenant is more than happy. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
The white suede feels luxurious under the tuck. A metallic drawer slides out from under.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The handles are long and sleek. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your, useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. It's robust, weatherproof, lets you see things in the dark. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. The frequency tableau lights up and the soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is her number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 0051.
Received. Hold on.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to... There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you.
Why not?
What? No, why would you even think that? please, don't bring Gar into this. I already said I don't want to talk about this. You're messing everything up again. No, not me. No, sorry, I don't. Not a lot of people don't have the money to have the cables put in again.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The Union would get angry. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the dock workers' union.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the Union. Yeah, go on. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir. Clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet, I am sorry about that. Anything else, Detective? No, absolutely not. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags, when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. The stuffed bird, the great skua. You threw it against the wall. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird. There since I started working in Whirling.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you, well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy, and no one understands it. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police docs. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to... No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. Wait, really? No, this is absolutely not true. No, I was actually flattered. I've always liked him.
There's a pause. You can almost see her on the other side.
I didn't know what to say to him later. Then you came and destroyed the place. So I left without explaining. I should have told him maybe. Okay, but please don't mess it up. All sorts of things. From disco, rock to... Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in San Sans.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however. You hear a sigh of relief on the...
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops know.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-9, over. 10-4, message received. This is Veris.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you...
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of...
Fuck me! Mac, come here! You've got to hear this!
What's going on?
Super Cop here.
He lost his badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for cat.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost...
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his phone.
Ask him to describe it. His gun.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
He says he...
Dear God, he lost his gun. This isn't really a...
Mac can face a giant of cocoa noodle by him.
Oh, I can't.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over. He acknowledges your joke and asks you to lay off.
Lay off? Lay off? Tell him we'll lay off when he retrieves the goddamn police property that he has.
Satellite Officer 10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? 10-4, I hear you. I don't have...
What does he want now?
He's asking for my...
Is he fucking...
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's impossible.
He isn't getting a...
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over. Okay.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about it.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
What? What is...
He wants to verify...
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the... Tell him to stop wasting...
What do you need, sir? Over. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over.
You probably don't want to continue on this road.
Come again, sir. I didn't get that. 10-9. 10-4.
Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on this?
He asked if he ever told me.
For God's sake, cut this shit out! Tell him.
Sir, Satellite Officer V. So, was there anything else? 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge.
10-4.
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't...
Seems like it, sir.
No. Fuck him. Don't tell him anything.
Sorry, sir. Anything understood, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? It will take just...
Her voices fade out.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. Yes, there's no end to the misfortunes fate has seen. Who? You are? You lost your human visage a while back. Now let's get on with it. I've got more That's because you're hung over. Even the radio waves coming from your direction smell like liquor. That's the tiny vessels pulsating from high blood pressure, stupid officer. You might be sustaining permanent damage to your vision as we speak. Not much I can do about it. The busy kind. It's not life-threatening, just... And you survived it. Congratulations. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers, with all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, what else? I'm not a brain doctor.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another run? You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat my... And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic.
It's not fucking cryo-acta-latte. It's super glue, Doc.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a sec. Sylvie Malay, yes. Hello? Oh, great. What else do you need to tell? Yes, I know who you are. You're...
This exact conversation has happened before. Establishing authority before this young girl seems to have been important to you in the past.
Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun detector. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and you were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you...
Oh, those again. I have been you know, when you put your gun, your actual gun, on your temple and pretend, I remember this. You were screaming things like, "My brain's out." Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot. Right next to him, there is silence on the other end of the line.
Me neither. No, please, no more suicide.
There are way more inventive ways than a gun to leave this world.
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead. It almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did. Uniform.
You hear?
Anything else I can help you with, Officer 57?
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a... As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, and
there she is.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perf. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCN. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorry.
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into... The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. There are so many, it's hard to count. More. The last row has 3. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their number.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you? That's what it says. I might have guessed even longer based on your age. What did you do all those blissful years of your youth? Cool. I'm glad you joined us. Now this next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your... Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM. Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the... Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which there are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So, yes.
It's not a problem for him to state it, however.
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more personally, I find it helps to keep up with this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page.
Hello again, sweetie.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching us. Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy? On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. There is only one way to awake this bone idol from his slumber. Roar like a hurricane.
Why the yelling, man?
Looks like a Sao descendant.
Wait, what? No, it was just... Thank God, no.
The worker stares at you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
A little me time in the abyssal pelagic zone. You can never return to it now. Only detective work.
That's the name of my...
He doesn't sound too enthusiastic about this.
How's it going? Haven't you noticed what's going on? Good. Then you under... For one, I can get some... Nate got it. Majoret's got it. He's guarding the gate. I just get... We are. The workers. The you... Okay. I guess there's also Everard. He's a... Yeah. What about it? You know, people die here every day. If someone has decided to die on top of a tree, then I can tell you this. You heard what I said. Draw your...
The lieutenant gives you a little nod, then makes a note. So Union people think he was a killer, he thinks. Even Sleepyhair. This doesn't...
Indeed. Help yourself to some.
The dock worker doesn't answer. The worker, perhaps he's on his way to where you just came. On the counter, rolled. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom...
Can I help you? Wait, what? But what about... Yes, the bird. I found it lying on the floor with a broken wing. You broke the skewer!
I assure you it was...
It's as if he can't decide whether to be angry or...
Why on earth did you have to break the skewer? I can't believe it. I was so sure it was Sylvie.
A tender type of hope. Something...
All right. Did she say anything else? About me, you know? Did she say anything about... Really? I should give her a call then. Thanks, I guess. Was there anything else you wanted, or? Yes. Have you got it? Yes.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant, he doesn't like where this is going. This door can open. The bed is cold and not.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet.
No problem, officer.
Hello again, Sweet.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated. An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of there it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool?
Be still, my beating heart. The lieutenant isn't studying the powder. There's a good vague way to ask where he stands on drug use. Professionally, I mean.
Perhaps not. This is... See that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no?
looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing.
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous... The look in his eyes is a mix of the engineer-like interest and the wonder of a 6-year-old seeing a horse for the first time.
Yes, that's one way of putting it. It's certainly an impression. But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here. What are we doing? We're awfully close to breaking into the... Or it could be that we are just exploring.
He's thinking you've forgotten where you are again.
The cloak? I do think it's yours, yes. As to whether... Well, it doesn't seem too dangerous.
The cloak looks like a bag of goodies floating in the wind. Who knows what its pockets may hide? This Voukoder mail collection box has been heavily vandalized. The box seems happy. Eat shit pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is... The mail collection box seems cathartic. Thankful even. So do you. You shudder. Then you swallow.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a postcard is a small cardboard picture.
She is unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any...
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any question. My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organising the store. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance...
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Oh, no, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place. Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards...
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far. They shouldn't be, but they seem real. Anyhow, they say that these... Of course, sir. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that.
Crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things. and it's kind of like a puzzle. You don't look much like a policeman. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She looks at Dick. Dark, arrogant, vile. He isn't even drawn right. She examines the picture, trying to find whatever is wrong with it.
Sure you can, sir. He's just a fictional character. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but those are unhappy books for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost. These are not very common. You can't have a choice between well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum. I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. No, I don't know. Yes, she knows.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel. Later, when you get the chance, you should address these issues by getting drunk.
Maybe some about other books? Oh, kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kind. I think that's why people read them.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
But it does make the famous people more famous. Why would they do that, sir? You're not that old. Maybe you'll do something really important. Something that... Yes, sir.
The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden.
What do you mean, sir?
She knows where this is going. She looks around anxiously. The lieutenant stands by, a facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals. She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed.
And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded? Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't. It was okay, sir.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
You're quite sober.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better.
There she stands, swaying on her feet. Assaulted. There's something you're missing.
Welcome to Crime, Romance and Biographies of... Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space. Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a... One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer.
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility. Fighting enemy. My philosophy is everyone just getting along. I am the proudest owner of our little shop. Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel everything is on the shelves? Take a look yourself.
She smiles and nods.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not...
What in God's name is she talking about?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, wonderful. Did you talk to her? Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. God, I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting...
Part of hers too, clearly.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called...
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
She stands stiff and severe. She's looking for one, but there's simply...
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have...
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Oh, well, my mother was horrible, of course. Absolutely perverse energy.
My husband is completely different, of course.
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne. It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. He made the initial investment.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded... Exactly. She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this time. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get in. The woman looks aloof. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring rows and rows of Hyundai men blur your vision. You make up maybe 100. Man from Hyundai and the sages at the end, not even close. Man from Hyundai in hell. Man from Hyundai and the forest of slaves.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things. What does it matter? They're all the same. However, if you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundai Man, the Man from Hyundai. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now.
Just can't. Out of the rain and into the gutter.
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say... Oh, I found something while you were away. I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective. Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there. Maybe. It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the time. Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have... A small mountain of colorful board game books, an endless variety of source books. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cut books in a board game section. Who wants to read books? There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega set in supplement, so it makes...
Wonderful board games. So, Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition.
Who are you going to play board games with? It certainly feels like whatever you are will die with you.
Don't be so hard on yourself, sir. You just need to clean up a bit. And technically, friends are a bit like family. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine these books greatly overstate the excitement of police work. What's more, they completely ignore not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the You see, Dick Mullen on the job. Get me Mullen. A killing is declared. Dick Mullen, oh no, turns out he faked it to... Yes, there's also the dame who did it. Farewell, my Mullen. Fate tragedy calls for Dick Mullen. After all this, you still haven't found the answer to the one question that matters. Who is...
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. You're a police officer.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Fate. Browsing through all the books with all their names, suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called The Anti-Star. Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for... I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yeah, a very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understanding. Certainly, it's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biography. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named These Three Things Are Very... The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people, it serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people... Wholeness, unity, balance. On the other hand, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill. The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants. There's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives. This is just mundane garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
Sir, please, I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers.
You sense something ominous emanating from the shelf, but it lacks form and substance. Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board. The maps look old and faded. This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots: Ozon, Laurentide, Fas Alamer, archipelagos, North Arcade Islands, disintegrating into mathematics. In the northeast, a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou. In a bookstore, you can, on Caillou, Revachol, a single black star, on Ozon, for lost little pearls of light. 850 million people live on these little dots. The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths, all pointing into pale nothingness. Connections to other worlds, words past the Insulindian, unknown to you. You only know you've never been there. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars, gods, but looking at them makes you feel perhaps they are gods. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs, Coudon. It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. It's not really a map. It's a tourist thing. A picture post. Still, it's detailed. Could be pretty useful for scouting.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90s. That old thing. It's an out-of-date map of a tourist location from when some design studio people tried to spruce the place up.
The place does not look like a successful tour.
They didn't get that far, for some reason. A shame the project never got going. Would be nice if someone... Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The worn map features the patchwork. Your finger moves through the various streets, finally coming to a halt on the...
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your journal and...
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking...
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books.
She speaks almost as if she's trying. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtain, you see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection. Inhabitants of aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm. Just as you're about to pull apart the...
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtain?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir. Thank you.
Talking is always good. Go see what there is something mysterious about the curtains. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture.
I warned you. You're unleashing forces
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. Only an echo. No one is there. A heavy door with a missing handle stands. A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you.
I wasn't kidding when I said we're parapsychologically done. You clearly don't care about the consequences. Don't expect my help from now on. The back door is locked and I threw away the key. I won't try. Do look at the books though. The book...
Hi, Ace Detective.